everyone, welcome back to day 26 of Inktoberfest, and today we're with Simon Hurley at Ranger. I'm super excited. He has a really cool range of inks. I just love the color names. We've got things like Triple Berry, Traffic Cone, Rosy Cheeks, Bee Sting, Slippery When Wet, Later Gator. If you look at the Gur and the Woof, there's some really cool stories on his Instagram about how those inks got their name. And I also did a collaboration a while back with Simon. I made card bases and then he made them into finished cards. So if you want to check that out, go check the blog post. We'll be sure to link it up for you. But today I wanted to show you a really cool technique and something I think we don't maybe do often enough with our inks and things. So I have a Simon Hurley stencil. This is his Raindrops stencil here. It's a really nice thick stencil as well. I really like it for that. And what I want to do is I want to take some clear skies, I think. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a background. And I love blending on my glass mats, my personal preference. And if you watch some of Tim's tutorials, he'll tell you about you get less drag and you really do get a nicer effect. So I'm just going to create a very rough kind of background. Just like this. So you can see I'm just building up a little bit of blue. Now the Simon Hurley inks are water reactive inks. So they're going to behave, when you put water on them, you're going to get nice kind of indentations and patina in them and all of those kinds of fun things. So I'm, as I say, you can see I'm just blending a very simple background. And there was a couple of things I wanted to show you. So once you have your nice base, and I want to go a reasonable way up like this, but you can see that. So we've got a nice blue base. You can make it, you know, obviously you can build up the ink and make it really nice and smooth. But we're going to be layering on this. You're not really going to see much of this base by the time you've finished. Just making sure I've got a reasonable amount of ink on there so you can see the techniques that I'm doing. So that was Clear Skies. I'm going to switch to a clean foam. I'm probably going to grab myself maybe some woof because I think it will layer nicely. So there's a couple of different things, as I say, that you can do. You can either, and I'm going to use another tag here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to spritz. So I'm spritzing through my stencil. And I was hoping that I had already picked up kitchen towel, but apparently not. So instead I'm going to use my apron because, well, why not? And it's water-based ink, so it's going to come off. And if I lift this up, do you see now I'm getting that patina of the stencil, that it's lifted up the ink. And I could pat down a bit more. And I could repeat that process and lift up as much as I wanted. So if I bring this up so you can really see, there you go, you can see there, it really looks like I've got raindrops in the background. Isn't that a super cool technique? Just to be able to take your stencils, take your water and lift back layers of ink. You can do the same with Distress inks, you can do it with the Make Art blendables. Lots of the Ranger inks work, but the Simon Hurley colours just really pop nicely when you do that. And you get a really nice patina. This stencil in particular is great for creating those backgrounds. As I say, the other option you have is to layer up colours. So I wanted to show you two options for creating nice kind of stormy backgrounds. So I'm just going to do half on this one because we did the other half with the water. And I'm not so bothered about my stencil moving on this one because raindrop backgrounds, of course, are supposed to be a little bit different. And you could blend multiple colours together. They layer really nicely. So if you did this, and I'm going to just lift up a corner so you can see. There you go, you can see my nice dark drippy background. But if I wanted to, again, I could do the water and just kind of add some patina in. Or I can go quite strong. I'm going to add in some Remember Me. I'm just going to use the same foam. And I'm going to firm up some of that blue. And again, I'm just going to do another layer down the bottom here just so you can see the difference between all the layers. So you've got layer 1 here. This is just water. And then we've got just grey. And then you've got grey with an extra colour over the top. So you see how there are just lots and lots of different things we can do with our inks. We don't just have to blend a background or just go through a stencil. We can add multiple layers. So think about layering your inks. Think about taking back those layers. If I now added water onto this area, I'm going to get a different patina just because, there we go. Because there's multiple layers on there, because some of that blue will come off differently to the grey, and it just kind of all ends up being these really cool colours. And as you add the water, they also blend together more, so you get a more seamless effect. So just lots and lots of different things. Like you can see in the background here, I'm getting all these lovely watermarks, so it really looks like a rainy surface. My favourite is to do a background and then lift with water to create the texture, particularly if I'm putting something else on top. I find it less distracting, but you could do this, you could do the fade out. You see how my water droplets fade out as though they're really falling out the sky. So lots and lots of fun things you can do there. As I mentioned, we have a giveaway of a Simon Hurley Ranger goodie bag, so be sure to go on over, check out the blog post, check out our social as to where you can win that, of course, at the Hedgehog Hollow everywhere. I'll be back tomorrow. I've got some really cool colouring tips for you, so be sure you've hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, of course, and all of those fun things, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Happy crafting! Bye!